right. I think I did it. Hi there, everyone in Woosh World. I am Andrea, and we're my A today to help. I'm live from my house here in Michigan, where I grew up, where I'm from. I'm just gonna give like a little background today, sort of just on me, and then Woosh and where it all started and came from. So first off, I will say I think my boys are watching downstairs, maybe unless they found something better to do. So in case you're watching, Tag and Riven, hi, I love you. Um, that's the first most important thing about me. I have two kids. I am a boy mom, two boys, Tag and Riven. They are 11 and 7. And so my like mom life is very heavily boy. There's dirt biking and music and begging to take showers and things. And then my personal life and my work life has become a beauty world. Oh, also, sorry, before I start talking a lot and getting into my whole spiel, I will say I think Carly on my team is in the chat, keeping tabs on questions and things. So if anybody has any questions, burning questions, random comments, anything, please let us know. I'm going to try to keep tabs on it too. But there's several ways to make sure I'm paying attention to questions as they come through. So don't hesitate if you have any. Oh, there we are. Yay. Okay, great. So anyways, going back, Woosh. Woosh really was started out of a selfish need, a selfish desire for something easier. I was always a beauty fan. I loved, in sort of my teens, late teens, maybe early 20s. I got married very young and started life very young. So we can talk about all that some other time. But there's that phase in life where, you're getting ready and enjoying like the whole process and having fun. And I loved beauty products and I loved trying new things and it was fun for me. And I got to a point where I started to feel a little kind of overwhelmed by makeup and wanted selfishly a better, easier solution for me, but also for all the women out there who didn't love beauty the way that I did. I knew I was a little bit unique in that way. I wanted something simple, something intuitive, something curated for women who are like, it's too much and too overwhelming. Just tell me what I need. So the fold out face was really the cornerstone, the foundation of the brand. Right here, in case you're not familiar, our fold out face. I don't even have a refillable next. Well, I do have one, but I'm not showing you one. But this is a shade 2.5 palette. So really, in short, it was a curated everything in one place solution. So you could stop digging through your bag, trying to find the next product you're using. I was on the move a lot. I would leave things, in my bathroom, forget to pack them in my bag to go on the trip, and something's left behind. It baffled me that nobody had an all-in-one solution on a palette for your complexion and your color. On top of that, it's curated for you by your skin tone so that you don't have to think and piecemeal and pick all of these different shades for all these different parts of your makeup routine. So those were really the kind of founding principles of Woosh, and then really just wanting easier ways to get makeup done in general. So the corner brush was born out of that. I so conveniently have all my products here. Isn't that nice? Here's the corner brush. It's the V-shaped brush that helps you get your eyes done quicker. Everything was really about being more efficient, more effective, giving more confidence to women who felt intimidated by makeup. Because I was the friend that people were like, just what are you using? What do you like? Tell me what to do. And it was always some like crazy, list from 4 or 5 different stores of all these different things that I'd piecemealed together. And it felt overwhelming to me. So So Woosh was really born out of a desire to curate a simpler solution for women, and edit, if you will, because we're already asked to do so much. I think as women, that's what I have found in the lot of life I've lived in my almost 38 years. And I really wanted to provide a hack, a cut through, hopefully something that makes one thing a little bit easier, takes a little bit of that burden off. I've totally been ignoring the comments and questions. Oh, yay. True game changer. I love that. Thank you. I'm so glad. That was really the goal. That was really the desire. So I held up a shade 2.5 in our original palette. I'll just give a little plug for our new guy that just launched. Woosh has been around for a bit. We've been here for just over 10 years, and a lot has changed in our world, and specifically a lot has changed in my world. And I think I looked at the brand and felt like I personally had kind of gone through a lot of transformation, and wanted a new kind of limited edition palette that felt more like, ah, they're here. They came. Hi, my honeys. These are my honey babies. This is Rivy. Can you say hi?
Hi. Hi.
And this is
Tag.
And this is Tag. How's it look downstairs?
Good. Good.
Good. Great. Okay. Do you have anything to say to anybody watching?
My best friend Hendrik is watching.
Oh my gosh.
So hi, Hendrik.
You're going to take over. I'm going to take over my life in all the other ways. You're going to take over my live beauty talk too. I'm just kidding. You guys are sweet. Thank you for coming to say hi.
One?
Oh, sure. Do you want to show the tiny one? Oh, it's not filled. But yeah, that's a little eyeshadow quad. Yeah. They know a lot about makeup now. So they're going to make some ladies really happy someday. I'm really teaching them well. I'm trying my best, right?
Yeah.
Respectful and kind to girls.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Yeah. Okay, thanks for coming and saying hi. I love you guys. Thanks.
See ya.
See ya. Oh man. You guys probably got the most play of the whole thing. Everyone's most excited to see the kiddos always. Woo! Woohoo! What did I miss? Questions. And I totally lost my train of thought in what I was talking about too. Sorry. Okay. Where was I? What was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about this. The limited edition fold out face. So just the same contents on the inside, just a new updated look and feel. Again, I'm like, I have all of these samples by my desk that aren't filled, but it comes filled. But it's cream on the inside. It looks just like the other one now. And the brushes have a new update too, which we can get to. But just kind of wrapping up the ethos part behind Woosh. It was really not the intention of having a beauty brand, of having more of, doing something cutesy, because it was fun. It really has been out of a desire of service, of like one thing easier. And I love seeing the comments pop in that people say it does that for them. Because that's really why we're here. That's what we're about. I missed maybe, how did you learn how to formulate makeup? I've learned so much through a bunch of our amazing suppliers that we've worked with. All of our color in the fold out face comes out of a lab in California. So it's all US made. And I knew what kind of formulations I wanted to go after, and talked to a lot of people and tried a lot of things and kind of made a lot of concoctions, because like I mentioned, I had tried a lot of things, and I was fortunate to be able to try beautiful formulas, and I had high expectations out of my makeup. And if I was going to make something, it needed to stand up, and it needed to be something I would truly wear. Truly, literally every day myself. And it is the honest truth that it is all I wear every day. If I'm wearing something else, it's because I'm, product testing something new. I'm, uh, competitive testing. I'm doing something, trying to figure something out. But every day on my face, my hair is driving me crazy, is the fold out face. Absolutely, truly. And I'm so proud of it. Another piece in the puzzle that pairs with the fold out face that really was in the initial launch and thought process with Woosh was the brush set. So I'm going to show you the new brushes, which I just really love. They launched with the linen palette. For those that are not new here, you might remember the white brushes. Same, a few small tweaks, just a new look. But the brush set was really created to pair with the palette. We kind of say like a paint by numbers, to help walk you through exactly which brush to use, which product to use it in, and where to put it on your face to take all that guesswork out of it, because it is overwhelming. And listen, I I try to market a beauty company and I see it happening all the time, and I'm susceptible to it. They make up these new words for some of these same techniques, and it's marketing language, and they're trying to sell more product, but it's confusing and it's overwhelming, and it makes us feel as women like we're missing out on something, or like we're too old, or we're slow, and then we just throw it all out completely. We're overwhelmed, we're done. So I don't want to play the guessing game. I want to know what works. I want to know I have it on hand when I need it, and then I can get on with the rest of my day feeling great about how I look when I catch myself in the mirror, running out of the bathroom. But the brush set, sorry, I get so excited, and I get also ADD. I should probably be on meds. So it is the eye brush, double ended, to go with the 4 eyeshadows that are in the palette. So base, shine, line. You can do a million things with these 4 colors. So many things with this brush as well. Again, kind of going back to our speed and ease of use and quickness, double-ended too. So you can kind of just like be flipping back and forth, perfecting as you go, throw it down and move on to your next one. I'm always looking for like a quicker way to get something done. The concealer brush, again, double-ended, smaller and bigger, depending on what you're covering. You have 2 concealers in the palette that you can custom mix and match and blend to always have your perfect shade, no matter what time of year, no matter what you're trying to cover. Each palette comes with 2 shades, and it is a game changer. If I say so myself. Contours, light and dark. We move on to our contour brush that has a smaller and a bigger side. This is one of the tweaks in the new brush set. If you're familiar with the old and haven't seen anything about our new set, this is the new dark contour end. So it used to look, like this guy. It was just a little more chubby, a little flatter, straighter. I shaved one side of it. We released bronzers to fill in within the refillable palette, and having bronzers in the mix, I really wanted this brush to do a little bit more than I felt like the dark contour was able to do. So with the shaved, it allows the straight edge to still be your kind of sharp contour edge for carving those cheekbones, if you do that jawline. But then this shaved side gives you a little more opportunity for bigger areas. I have a large forehead. I tend to like to put bronzer or dark contour, depending on my vibe, along my hairline. If you're using bronzer on your body, you can use this guy. You can bronze all over. Everybody has their own feelings about bronzer, but this dark contour, I thought, gave a lot more flexibility without taking anything away that from what it was able to do before. So that's one of the new tweaks in the newly released brush set. And then going back to our palette and our last brush, we have our blush, Pink and Peach. Again, 2 shades, pick your poison. And the blend side, the flat kind of kabuki, 2 shades again, so that you can custom blend, custom match to match your skin tone. And then a finishing highlighter. So everything's here. You have your brushes that match. We have instructions that walk you through each step of the process to just really take the guesswork out of it. And again, this is why I can't monitor. Carly, I'm sorry. You're texting. And probably I'm missing questions. Oh, Hallmark Cruise people are here. That's so nice. Thank you guys for coming. And then let's see. Oh, and since this is our first attempt of doing this, our first live, for those of you that are sticking in here and riding along with us, we have a coupon code that is live 15, all caps. I don't know if that matters. Live 15 for 15% off site wide. So exclusive for those of you here, write it down, live 15. Carly might have already put it in the chat too. And it's site-wide, 15% off, available until midnight. So if you need to restock on anything, now is your time. If you are intrigued and want to try something out, we would love it. Yeah, give it a try. Live 15. Let's see. How do you set your concealer so it stays put when you add foundation powder? Great question. So in the palette, it's kind of situated in the way we suggest applying. So we can talk through. I don't want to take up too much and bore you guys too much tonight about why we start with eyes. But moving on to concealers next, you cover anything that needs a little extra attention. So these are your only creams in the powder, and the combo of the creams and powders are going to give you that coverage that that we're always looking for. Let's be honest. So after I conceal anything that, I have a zit over here, I have hyperpigmentation on my forehead that I'm always covering. I always have dark circles that need brightening. I do all of that. And then for my under eye, where I'm focusing most of my concealer attention, I'm going to set with my light contour. So I'm going to use my light contour brush in the light contour. And I also focus on, most of our darkness is really that circle underneath. It's not right up by our lash line. That's where we can start to get that kind of creping and creasing. C's are hard to say sometimes, especially at night. So I like to always focus on the powder covering where it actually needs to cover. If that makes sense. So I set with the light contour right along there. And then everywhere else that I've concealed is going to blend and buff with the foundation powders, and the combo of these two together are going to give you the coverage, and it's going to set that concealer in place with these triple milled powders, which are like, I don't mean to brag. I don't mean to be boastful. I can't live without them anymore. They are truly like an Instagram filter on your face, and I don't know what I would do without them. So the combo of these, set that concealer, lasts all day. Don't be scared of powders. We talk a lot about, and maybe it was quite asked here already. And I'm just talky and not paying attention to the questions. Get a lot of questions about powders and mature skin and fear over, them enhancing fine lines and wrinkles and texture and all of that. And it's really, there's a lot of bad powders out there, I think, is the issue. And they give all powder a bad rap. It's really the formulation of the powders that makes the difference. And ours are triple milled, which means they're ground up 3 separate times, and they're so finely ground that they just dust and buff and blur over top of all those fine lines and wrinkles. A lot of powders are not very finely ground, very finely milled, and are left chunky for lack of a better term, and that enhances those lines, that enhances those wrinkles, that texture, all of those things, exactly what you don't want your foundation to do in any form or fashion. But it's really the formula. It's really the formulation. It's not the formula type itself, if that makes sense. So that was a lot that I just spewed out. Do you have any plans for developing a setting spray? It is something I think about a lot. It is something I have attempted to develop a lot. And honestly, I haven't gotten to something wonderful enough, like better than what else I can find out there that I'm happy enough with, or something that does, has multiple benefits. Like a sunscreen setting spray is something, I've wanted for a while. I know there's a few out there. I find them to be quite tacky and sticky and also smelly. But they're very hard. Sunscreen is very hard to deal with. So it's good to know that it's of interest. We'd love to hear, from you what you guys are missing in your setting sprays or other products that, that you use or don't use. But setting spray, I know, I love a setting spray. Let's see. Do you have any tips for the 11 lines those us older have on our forehead? I just say wear them proud. You earned them. You earned them. There's those like instant kind of like freeze creams you can use to try and tighten them out. I just say less is more. Don't try. They're not going to, they're wrinkles you earned. Don't try to cover them up. They're not going to get covered up. So just apply your makeup as you like and wear them proud. Woosh is really about you being you. We're really natural, like wearable, everyday makeup. I like people to see me and think she looks nice, not like I like her makeup looks nice. Like it's a little bit of a different way of thinking about makeup. Okay, let's see. What else should I miss? I've never used contour before. What should I know going in? And I have mature skin. Okay, well, we've covered mature skin. Contouring. I'll make this very, very quick and simple. Again, I don't want to keep you guys too long. Dark contour. We have our contour brush. The easiest thing to think about and remember with contouring is we're keeping the dimensions of our face. We're dimensional beings. We live in the real world. If we put one color all over our face, we're going to flatten ourselves out. So with our dark contour, we're enhancing the places that already have a natural curvature. So our cheekbone, I like to find my cheekbone and go essentially right on top of it, just slightly below it. It's not like you find your cheekbone and then color in that hollow below. I think if you go too far down, you can drag your face down. And, we're already fighting gravity every day. We want to think up, lift up. So I like to go like right on the bottom of my cheekbone, about halfway down my cheek, follow it up kind of to the top of your ear and buff into your hairline. And that's really it for the dark contour on the cheekbones. You can see where mine is there. You wouldn't like look at me and be like, oh, hopefully you can tell me in the comments if you do. Wouldn't be like, oh, she put dark contour there. But it just, when I'm moving my face, it looks like my face has dimension, which was what we're after. So I really don't talk about, nose contouring. Like you can change the look and shape of features with contouring, and that's all very cool and interesting. And I was an art major in school, and it's just all about shadow and light, and I love that. But also, I don't need to create a Picasso every day on my face. I want something that is quick, is simple, is easy to understand, that I can do every day and feel fine about washing off every night. So trying to demystify dark contour. And I'm not trying to poop on the people that think it's, amazing. It is. Just here. Carve those cheekbones. And then I mentioned earlier, I have a larger forehead. A lot of people do not. I kind of apply my dark contour along my hairline to kind of shrink that area too. Again, maybe now that I'm pointing it out, you can see that this area of my forehead appears darker than below here. But now I'm embarrassed. If I wasn't pointing it out, you might not have, thought about it. But it just gives a little visual shift, a little visual cue that, there's a curve there, there's a shadow, there's a line. So what else did I miss? Hopefully that made sense. Whoever asked that question, if you're still like, I don't understand dark contour, please yell in the comments. Suggestions for those of us with oily eyelids to keep our shadows in place and mitigate creasing. Hooded oily eyelids here. Hooded oily eyelids. Interesting. So they do make some great eyelid primers that I have liked. That do really help if it is something you quite struggle with. I would suggest, and if you haven't used the fold out face, here's my shameless plug for it. And if you have, let me know if this has not worked. I would put a touch of concealer on your eyelids to kind of even everything out first of all, and then go in and kind of set with your base and your shine. I mentioned I try to make everything easier. I apply both of these at the same time. I put them all over my lid anyways. So I just put them both on my brush and put them all over my lid. So try a little bit of concealer and kind of sealing it with the eyeshadow and see if that helps keep the oil at bay. If not, I would grab an eyeshadow primer. Those do tend to really help. I tend to get oily right around my nose, and I've sometimes used an eyelid primer around there to just kind of keep that at bay, and it does help. So that is my tip there. Can you possibly review the travel brush set that comes with the refillable palette? If you don't have time, I totally understand. I'm assuming that means the secret brush. Oh, Carly, I think it means the jet setter. So if we're talking jet setter, I do have the case here. It's kind of my house for all of these demo things. But this is our fold out case that we sell as a set, a jet setter set. We call it on our site. That comes with the case, the brush set, which we went through, and a fold out face palette. So it's really everything you need outside of, a mascara and a lip, if those things suit your fancy, to hop on the plane and go for the weekend, go for a week, go for any amount of time. And you can do it all with the fold out face. So the jet setter is one of our best sellers, and we just love it. Our fold out case comes in this beautiful mauve. There's a tan too, which I don't have sitting here. And if we're talking about the secret brush, I don't think I have one here either, but we can get back on that if that is of interest. Okay, Carly, I think I got to all the questions I see in the text. If there's anything else I missed, speak now, but otherwise we had a half hour. Gosh, I can talk. I really can talk. I was like, I wonder how I'm just going to talk to a camera and fill all this time. But here we are. So thank you guys for those of you that hung on and checked in and hung with us through, our first time doing this. This was really fun. Oh, thank you. I love it too. I love this brand Ami, AMI, puts a lot of A's and hearts on their stuff. And being an Andrea, I just kind of feel like we were meant to be. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget, I forgot our coupon code. Live 15. Duh. I said it like 6 times. Live 15 till midnight tonight for 15% off site-wide for riding with us. So thank you guys so much. And hopefully if you guys liked it and give us thumbs up, we'll do this again soon. So thanks again. We'll see you later.